That first bell ring, start walking me through that fight. What you feeling, what you sensing, like that's the biggest crowd you ever been in front of, the biggest event you ever been a part of. And from what I saw, like I said, even with the build-up, I didn't see a scared fighter. I didn't see of course you got nerves. You're human.
Yeah, that's human.
But it's how you manage them. And it seemed like he wasn't playing from the jump. And so start walking me through that fight after that first bell.
After the first bell, it was just like I said, man, my vision be so tunnel. I think I'm in the fight before the fight even start. I visualize the fight 30,000 different ways.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. 30,000 different ways. I mean, like, it's a whole lot that I visualize. But once you there, it's like, all right, let me see what he got, and let me see if he can handle what I got. And that was the whole thing from the jump. Like,
your power and his power. Who can take it?
Who could take it for sure? And I just wanted to be assertive, off like from the jump. I ain't want to take a step back for him to gain some confidence. Now, whether it be strategical or not, that's cool. But I definitely didn't want to give him no type of edge. I know that the crowd was going to be pro-tank for sure. I even told him that in the ring, like, why they yell and stuff like that when you throw a punch?
You said that while y'all was fighting?
While we was fighting. Yeah. I was like, why? I'm like, why they so loud when you punch? And then, but when I punch you, they don't do nothing. So it was just like, it's just like maintaining, like, all right, this what we here to do. Just execute. My dad was coaching his ass off in that corner. During the fight, everything. And it's just like to me, it's just like, because it's not a switch that turns on, because like I said, I'm already in the fight before the fight starts. I got one goal, one objective. So when it come down to it for real, I don't really see the crowd. I ain't see the crowd until I looked at the video. Then I was like, it was sold out to the T. So I'm like, the low output really, like, we kind of expected it in the beginning.
From him or from both of you?
From him. Because I knew he was going to try to bait me or whatever the case may be. But we knew that we would have to try to at least be active and be controlling with the ring to win those rounds. After the first round, I was like, all right, it's a fill-out round. But how can anybody score that round for him when he ain't do nothing? I was the aggressor, and I knew I was going to be the aggressor from the whole camp.
Yeah, you did that.
The whole camp.
You did that.
I knew I was going to be the aggressor the whole camp. I've been in there with guys who can punch, bigger guys, and stuff like that. So we prepared the right way. We had many looks. We had different looks. We had a short one. We had midget in there. We had a guy that fights at 47, but was not really like, he was nowhere near his camp. So he's probably like 68.
Yeah, he big.
Big. A lot of oomph on his shots. And then we had a speedster, a very, very, very athletic fighter too, that just matched all his tangibles. And we put it together, man. It's just like, all right, some of this stuff is looking like some of it we've been doing in the gym. So it's just like, all right. Then I knew it was going to get to a point where his corner is going to tell him he need to pick it up. That's my game. That's my game right there.
What round you think that was when he did that? When he first
probably like 4-5. No, probably like 5-6. Like 5-6. And then when he actually hit me clean, I was like, all right. If that happened again, is it gonna be like this?
Right.
So I was like, if it's gonna be, I'm like, let's test this out again. Not just get hit, but like, let's see what he working with. I lie to you not. After he told me, he was like, I hit him with like a clean body shot. He was like, I thought you hit harder than that. I was like, motherfucker, I thought you hit harder than that.
Yeah.
You a knockout artist.
Right.
That's what I told him. I'm like, I said, I thought you hit harder than that. I said, I thought you hit harder than that. And then he was like, oh, I see the round ended. He was like, watch. He was like, watch. I went back to the corner. I was like, I got him. I was like, I got him. The next round he came out, he tried to hit me hard. I seen it. And you can go back and watch the tape. He threw like a big left. I blocked it or whatever. But he hit me with 2 body shots. But he tried to throw them with all his might. I was like, it's over. The only way he gonna get me is if he get me. And that's gonna be like with an accurate punch or whatever the case may be that's gonna land on the button.
But you wasn't afraid for that to happen. You didn't seem like you were. One thing I thought you did real good was you answered almost every time he got off. Every time he got off, you was right in range, bang, bang. And everything didn't land clean, but a lot of stuff did. And like, that's a silent message it's silent, but it's not so silent. Like the fighters feel it like, dang. And a lot of times he'll get off, and he'll just relax, and boom, boom, boom. You'll get off like that ain't that type of party tonight.
Yeah, it ain't.
That was the game plan? Or is that an on-the-fly adjustment you made?
Nah, that wasn't necessarily the game plan. That was more IQ. He's a star. So when they see that he do something, they can probably be like, oh, that affected him. Because they know he's a knockout puncher. They know that, nah, it ain't happening like that. Like, it was cool, but I'm right back. And you're gonna see what I do to him, especially people that's not expecting it. Y'all gonna see that. The judges might think that too. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta think. In hindsight, to win a 12-round fight, boxing is about perception. Got 3 people scoring the fight. If he finished a combination with some big punches or something that looked like it affected me, they gonna be like he got that moment. Nah. But that one, I was trying to answer it, but I was trying to get off too. I was trying to rumble, I ain't gonna lie. But I've been telling people that. I'm like, I'm gonna get this party like cracking. If he not, I am. So if he ain't had no answer, then that's why I told somebody perfectly. I said, either I'm gonna beat the shit out of him or it's gonna be fight of the year. Cause it's gonna make him bring his skill out. It's gonna make him bring his bag out. I said that with 100% confidence.
When he took the knee, what, 9th round?
9th round.
Well, what are you thinking when he took the knee? Was he blinking before he took the knee? Could you see he had some in his eye?
No, that's the thing. This whole fight, that's what I'm saying. This whole fight, you don't see him wipe at his eye. You don't see him blink. You don't see him do none of that. After the beginning of the 9th round, I had a very good beginning of the 9th round too. People forget that. I hit him with a lot of punches. I was busy. He didn't really return. When I hit him with that jab, I hit him with a grazing blow before that, like a right hand. He rolled with it and probably barely hit him. But that kind of bothered him too. So that's when you could see him wipe at his eye. The corresponding eye though, the one that I punched with, it hit him in the other eye and he wiped it. When I hit him with the jab, he wiped his eye. Looked at the ref, backed up, took a knee. How's that not a knockdown?
He started counting though.
Started counting.
Then he stopped and let him go.
Then stopped and then look, not only that, told him because they picked it up on the mic, you can't do that.
Yeah. Oh, he told him that?
You can't do that because it looks like it looks like a knockdown. Looks? What do you mean looks like? It is.
Took a knee.
Took a knee.
Voluntary.
Just because he told you, hold on, I was getting...
I ain't never seen nothing like that in no fight. I seen people take a knee, like Floyd did it. That's the one everybody point to, but I ain't never seen nobody take no knee and go get their eyes wiped in the middle of the fight. That's like something you might do in sparring.
Something you might do, yes. Something you might do.
Like, I ain't gonna take a knee, but I'll go wipe my eye.
Like, hold on, right? Like,
yeah. Wipe my
be
eye real quick.
vocal.
Yeah.
Hold on. Like, I got something in my eye. Hold on real quick. But this is just sparring, though.
Yeah, I ain't never seen that in no real fight, dog. I ain't never seen that in no real fight.
Tragic, right?
Yeah, you can't, Man, I know, look, bro, it's a human side to this judging thing, and it's a human side to this, what the refs do, but y'all gotta get it right. You playing, like, you playing with people's livelihood. What that mean? That means that if you make the right call, my money go up. If you make the wrong call, my money go up, but not like it should. That's playing with my livelihood.
Yeah, for sure. Loss of wages. If people
Yes.
if people want to get technical.
Yes.
Loss of wages.
Because you broke your own rules. Like, y'all create the bylaws and the rules, y'all broke that.
Yes, sir.
In front of the world.
At that.
So that's the problem I be having with that kind of stuff, man. It'd be tough because, you know, you got to show people some grace, like, man, okay, whatever. But, like, if it's a clear rule that you can't break, you can't break that. It just is what it is. No matter how nobody feel about it.
And what's that doing to the integrity of our sport, too? That's crazy. People get favoritism.